Okay, we've arrived at lesson 12, the final lesson, and in this lesson I'm going to talk through the process of turning an architectural drawing set into a standardized workflow. This workflow is something you'll be able to apply to multiple projects within your organization in order to level up efficiency and save valuable time. With Rayon, you can organize projects within workspaces and create templates, block and style libraries that you can implement throughout every project within your organization. So let's dive into these different options that will help you streamline your work. Okay, and we've arrived at the final lesson of the course. This is where I'm going to show you how you can set up workspaces as an organization or a personal, so you can create your own personal workspaces. I'll also show you how to share templates with your organization to be able to standardize certain blocks, styles, and elements that you are using in your drawings and that you want to be able to have throughout your projects. So since Rayon Design is a web-based software, it's really great for teamwork and collaboration and to be able to work as an organization and for people to view and share models between each other within that organization. And as an online software, it means that all of your models, workspaces are all together, which makes it a much more efficient and streamlined workflow. It also means you can work in real time, you can collaborate in real time, and have standardized blocks, templates, styles, etc. that will be shared throughout your organization. So to quickly show you how to create an organization, if you head up to the top left-hand corner, you can see that I have two organizations already set up. And you can see that you've got a toggle where you can do new organization. Now this is where you can name your organization Thomas Rowntree Studios for the sake of this. You can then choose how many people are in the organization and what industry that company is based in. You then click create organization and you can create multiple organizations as you have seen, which span across your Rayon models. And to add someone to that organization, you'd come over to this kind of add member tab. You'd then type in someone and then you would invite them, and you get the choice of inviting them as admin, editor, viewer, and you can resend the invitation or cancel the invitation in this instance. And you can manage your members of your organization over here in the settings tab at the top, and you head down to members. And as an organization, you can create workspaces. Workspaces is where all of your models are located and organized and shared amongst your team members. So if you head over to the left hand side here, you click the plus button to do new workspace. We could then call this workspace Thomas Rowntree Studios again. And then you have this toggle here, which means that if you have this public, it means that everyone in your organization then has access to that workspace. And then if we click create, you will see that this workspace is now created down here on the left hand side. And if you head over to the top right, you can change the settings. You can then invite people. So we could invite blah, 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 blah at gmail.com. And then you can invite them as either an editor, an admin, or a viewer. And as the owner of the organization, you will have the choice of being able to choose this role for the person you're inviting. You then click invite, and then you will see that it says pending, and I've invited them as an editor. You can also click the drop down, resend an invitation if someone isn't responding, or you can cancel that invitation. And one thing that I think is really useful in workspaces is that you can create folders of models. So you can really begin to organize your models properly within the organization. So for example, you could head over to the top here where you could do create folder. You can then rename that folder to maybe site models. And then within that folder, you can then create a new model, which means that you have a nice organized system where all of your models are saved in folders. Now, if you have some blocks, styles, and drawings that you want to share throughout your organization, once again, to be able to standardize them, to make sure that everyone is working to the same systems and have the same workflow, you can create and share a template. So for example, here I have a template with some blocks and some wall types and wall and line styles that I've been using throughout this project, some hatch styles, for example, and also some annotation blocks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a shared template out of this model. So we're going to head over to the top right hand corner. We're going to click share. And then you'll have an option here. You can either give someone access to the model, but in this case, we're going to head to the template and you can publish it as a template by turning on this toggle. And then when you close down that item, you head out into your workspace, you will see that this purple tag is now on your model, which means that it's been updated as a template and is now accessible within your workspace, within your organization as a template. And if you wanted to use that template and start a model from that template, you can head up to the top right hand corner where you have the new model tag. You can click the drop down and then you can now do warehouse blocks, which if you select, you will see that it will create a new model of that template, which you can then go in and edit. And you can also access that template by heading over to the templates toggle on the left hand side, and you will see that you have your template saved in your personal templates. And if you wanted to edit that template or use that template, you could also click the three dots. You could select edit or use this template. And a really great thing is that you also have access to pre-made templates made in Rayon with all these different options which you can use from the get-go. An additional really useful tool is to be able to create a block library of your favorite blocks or popular blocks that you're using throughout your models. So this is a very similar process. As you can see here, I've chosen all of my popular blocks that I've used throughout this course, all the typical window and door blocks that I've used, all my annotation blocks, and also this title block that I have created. And once again, if I want this to be shared as a block library, you can head over to the right hand side, click share once again, and instead of heading over to the template, you can do libraries and you can turn the toggle on for publish blocks. And once again, if we go back out into our workspace, and as you'll see, we've got a purple block tag on that model. And then if you created a new model within that organization, you head over to blocks, head over to libraries, and you will see that I have all of those blocks now saved as a block library, as block library 01, where you can then drag and drop those items into your workspace and use them throughout your models. And the last thing is that you can also share and create your own style library. So doing the exact same process, head over to share, head over to libraries, you can click publish styles, and these styles will now be saved in your organization so that every time you create a model, you will have that style library saved so you can have that standardization once again. And as you can see, when we come out into the workspace, you will see that I have the purple tag on that item. And once again, if you create a new model, head over to the left hand side, click the styles tab, head to the libraries, choose the library that you have now saved and shared, and you will see that you've got all of your shape styles, you've got all the text styles, annotation and wall styles. If you click the three buttons at the top, you can then import all of those styles so that all of those styles will now arrive into your library. So then if you draw an item, for example, if we draw a wall and we choose those items, you can head to the quadrant button and now you can select that 300mm wall that I've been using throughout this course. And once again, this is a really useful way to be able to standardize your workflow as an organization.